So guys, in Sweden, it's a live session from Vimentis Group, which is an international sales company, which is based in Gothenburg, Sweden. But we operate on a global level. We have this entrepreneurial program where we work with sales skills for entrepreneurs. And one of those things that we talk a lot about when it comes to entrepreneurship is the basic skill of them all, which is how to really fill your calendar with quality meetings, because that is basically where everything starts. Now, for you who don't know me, my name is Michel Laporte Godorn. I was born in Seychelles, but I live in Gothenburg, Sweden, and I've run a couple of companies before and started this company back in 2014. We brought this on to the international market, the concept to the international market 3 years ago. And I started an affiliation company in Seychelles, and we worked together with some universities and some of the big entities that is here for startups and entrepreneurs in Sweden. The sole purpose with this program is basically to create to equip entrepreneurs in this entrepreneurial revolution that is taking place all over the world with some basic skills and some advanced skills when it comes to the sales, because sales is a profession, it's a skill set that has developed so much the past couple of years, and especially when everything changed when this came into place. When the smartphone came into place and we actually could see a whole new behavior on the market take place. But we're not going to go too much into that, but I just wanted to give you a helicopter perspective on what we do at Vimentis. Now, if you want to see more about that, you just go to vimentisvip.com. I will write it here later, and you can sign up for a free trial on our platform as well. Now, when it comes to book your own meetings, we have these different tools. We have social media, we have the phone, we have video tools, we have email campaigns and so on. But I would say that arguably the fastest way to fill your calendar with quality meetings is basically to use your phone. The problem when it comes to cold calling these days, there is always this group that will say that cold calling is dead, and cold calling is this and that. But I would say that it's not true. The only problem for them is that they don't know how to do it. They don't have a system to do it. And I want to stay at the topic with the system, because the problem when it comes to cold calling overall is that we treat it like it's just a thing. We don't understand the importance of why you really need to know your how to book your meetings on a deeper level. Okay, and the reason why people don't understand this and treat it poorly is that they don't understand where the sales is taking place, how a sales is born basically within a relationship between you and your potential client. And this is the main reason why we treat it poorly, because the purpose of the way we book meetings is not reflected in the business itself. It's just a necessary evil almost. And I'm here to say that we need to understand when it comes to decision making and when it comes to the way we human beings base our decisions, the deal, no matter how big it is, basically starts when you book your meeting, because the meeting is booked based on the feeling you create. All right. So that's basically when we talk about the Vimentis concept, that's the base in everything. We talk about how to do things, not what to do. Because it's a big importance of how you say things. It's important to understand why your market is taking decisions as they do and so on. And I'm just going to give you 4 pointers here. All right. So first of all, when it comes to why you need to know what you do here, is that first of all, you own your own sales process. Okay. Immediately when you start to practice to book your own meetings, for an example, with your phone, you start to take control of your growth right away. Okay, because instantly every booked meeting is a potential sale, is a potential buyer on the other side, no matter if it's a short-term or a long-term type of business that you're in. You initiate these businesses from that moment on. And we're going to go a little bit more deep into it soon, okay? Second of all, it builds confidence. It should be maybe the number one. Actually, it should be number one, because confidence is something that in Sweden, for an example, we start to talk about the importance of being confident in what you do. We talk about this when it comes to sports. We talk about this when it comes to a couple of other professions. But in sales, I would say that is the number one reason why 87% of all salespeople fail. And I would say that also that number is applicable, if not even more, when it comes to startups and small business owners. So the first step in order to do something is to believe in yourself, of course. And one of the ways to do that is actually through experience, and look at experiences from the right angle, because you know, I know you guys have seen tons of videos where we talk about motivation and pick yourself up and do this and do that, and we listen to these gurus out there. But listen, the only way to truly gain self-confidence is to go out there and just accept the fact that you're going to fail. You're going to fail a couple of times. It doesn't matter. But instead of looking at a missed opportunity as a failure, you can see it as the best teacher out there. The important thing is not to look at it as a failure and walk away. Look at something as a learning experience, at a situation as a learning experience. Reflect on what did you do good, what could you improve, and from that you will always make sure that you will climb the ladder to get better and better and better. That's how you develop in anything. Okay, so you need to build confidence, and the thing is, when you do these things, you're building a momentum by choice, not by chance. And this is so important. We small business owners and startups, entrepreneurs, we always dream about the big picture. But in order for us to get there, we need to understand that it takes momentum. It takes momentum on so many different levels. It takes momentum in yourself. It takes momentum for your market. It takes momentum for your clients. A lot of different aspects in this big word, which is called momentum. But basically, what it's all about is that when you know when you control the ability, for an example, to book 40 or 60 meetings in 1 month. In Sweden, we work Monday. We usually count Monday to Friday as working hours. Of course, not when you're an entrepreneur. Then it's Monday to Sunday. But let's say you work Monday to Friday. All right, that's 3 meetings per day. But I'm not talking about any meeting anywhere. I'm talking about quality meetings, to be able to pick up the phone and book the CEO of the prospect company that you want to see, or the board members, or anyone in a leading position. When you have the ability to do that, you can initiate business transactions like this. All right. Give me, for an example, for myself, I always say, well, if I end up in an economical situation where I just need to solve things, which is the reality of most of the entrepreneurs out there, even for myself. Yes, of course. What happened is that when you're really confident in picking up the phone, as I am, I know I can book anyone anywhere in the world. Basically, it's a matter of how many times I need to call them. It's a matter of knowing understanding the decision-making process in a company. So I don't just pick up the phone and I just call them by chance. No, when I call a company, I know who's running the place. I know the chief executives of the leading management. I know what they're doing. I know their market. I know the pains of their market. All these factors, I know them because when I call, they can feel it. When I call, they can really sense that this is something, this is a person that has done their homework. This is a person that has that really understands their business. And that makes me interesting enough so they can't say no to a meeting, all right? So this is awesome. And when all this happening and when all this comes together, you start to work smarter. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about maybe you don't. I'm not talking about on the way you handle your business in general. But for an example, in Sweden we tend to go to these meetups, business meetups, and so on, and also business meetings. But when you truly understand your sales process, and when you truly understand the way how to grow your calendar with quality meetings, and how to say, when you truly understand what is income producing activities in your business, connected to the subject here, you will also be more time efficient, of course, because you won't waste your time on meetings which had no chance from the beginning to end up in a business, not short-term or long-term. And this happens all the time as well. So this is basically why you need to look into this this step along all these steps that is out there in order for you to create a growth in your business. Now, what I would say, you need, if you accept the fact that that's true, if you really agree with me, then what you need to do is that you need to have a system for the way you book your meetings, because using the phone is by far, again, it's the fastest way to do it, but you need to have a system for it. All right, this system, maybe there is some system out there for you. If you're interested in how we're doing it, you can sign up for free on our platform, and it's vimentisvip.com. All right, and you just sign up for free, and what you do there is that it's a whole series in a basic sales education program, with videos like this, where you can get the system that we do. It's a 3-step system. It creates trust, it creates relationships, it creates a smooth transaction from you're not being the pro to become confident and truly owning your growth. All right, the way you book your meetings. And then also it's the whole process that we have on the platform. What to do on the business meeting, how to close the deals, implementation and follow up and everything. All right. And this program is something that is just growing all the time. So just enter the community and be part of it. It would be very nice to have you there. So that's it for today, my friends. If you have any questions, if you have any comment down here, and I'll see if I can catch them. Otherwise, I see you next time again. And yeah, have an awesome weekend, guys.